Is this the first time that Singapore issue the travel restriction to one certain nationality? If not, when was the last time? Another question is, if in case non-Chinese foreigner who are not the residents somehow with the travel history of to China somehow came to Singapore, probably without the necessity of having a visa, come into Singapore, then will the person be deported at the point of entry? Thank you.
Thank you. Let me make something very clear. This is not nationality based, right? I think so. Please don't misunderstand. It is a travel restriction, as I have highlighted, for all visitors, regardless of nationality, with recent travel history to mainland China within the last 14 days. Right? So that's the first clarification. We are also, of course, looking at those with PRC passports. I understand. But our main focus, because it's very hard to verify travel history, right? So we are using that as a proxy. But our main area of concern is people who have been in China, and that's the reason why we are undertaking this particular travel restriction. As we did for Hubei in the past, we use China passports issued in Hubei as one way of indicating recent travel history. Same thing here, we are looking at those who have, the main concern is those who have had recent travel history to China. And on that basis, because of that concern, because there is the concern that this can go beyond Hubei, and that's why, that's the motivation for putting in place this restriction. So I just want to clarify the motivation for it. It is not a nationality issue, right? The motivation is because of where the origins of the virus outbreak has come from, that beyond Hubei, it's now spreading to other parts of China. As we have said, there are assessments that this is happening. The risk is that the numbers are going up, and precisely because of that, we are putting in place these measures, as we had done for Hubei, but now extending beyond Hubei. Is this the first time we are doing this? I don't have any, my colleagues can clarify, but I don't think this is a question of comparing with what we had done in the past. This is a completely new situation. So we have to assess based on the facts at hand, based on the circumstances we are facing today, and then decide on what are appropriate measures to take. And this is, we think, an appropriate and necessary measure that we have to take today. What will happen if somebody were to show up, right, without, well, I let Commissioner ICA explain.
So if someone showed up and it fits into one of the categories of the travel restriction which you have imposed, then we will arrange with the airline, and then we will place the traveler on the next available flight with the same airline back to the place of where this traveler comes from. That's how we do the repatriation. Yeah.
Sorry, Minister, just to be absolutely clear, all PRC passport holders who are not residents of Singapore will not be allowed into Singapore unless, regardless of their previous travel.
That is the policy, right? That is the policy, because it is difficult to know your previous travel history, right? So that is indeed the policy. At the operational level, there may well be appeals. I can imagine somebody may say, I've, been a passport holder, but I've not been based in China all this while. And I think we can take that separate from the policy, and the operational level, ICA will have to deal with these instances. But the policy intent, just to understand the policy intent, it's not a nationality intent. The intent is with a view towards the virus outbreak in China itself, the risk that emanates from that, and from any traveler who has recent travel history in China. That is the policy intent.